What are the causes of Bhava Bhakti? So he said by sadhana and by kripa, as seems to be a basic theme of this, the Bhakti Marg, Karya and Kripa. Take for example, this month it's Kartik, and this very month on, I believe, Diwali day, 5,000 years ago, there was a little boy, and this little boy, one early morning, he broke a pot of yogurt. And he ran through the house and he ran through that yogurt, through that butter. He broke a pot of butter, and all the butter footprints went all over the house. Then his mother woke up. He said, "Hari, what's going on? Someone broke my butter pot," and ran over the house with the footprints, buttery footprints. And then that mother, she chased that boy, and finally she tied him up. And that boy is none other than Damodar. And this is Damodar. This month on Diwali is the day that Mother Yashoda bound Krishna. And in that Leela we hear that every time Yashoda Ma, she pulled so many ropes together, there were always two fingers too short. One finger represented Karya and the other was Kripa. Her actions, her activities, her endeavor, her sadhana. It's not really sadhana, it's Leela. Her loving expression. What is sadhana? What is sadhana anyway? For us, it's a perverted expression of love. It's a loving expression, albeit mixed up with various modes and ambitions and ulterior ideas. But we're trying to express the sincerity of our heart. It's because this is Bhakti Marg. We are trying to express the sincerity of our heart to please another. This is love. This is Bhakti. I want to please you. What do you want? Oh, I want you to chant my holy name. Oh, I don't want to. I want to chant my holy name. Oh, Bhagavan says, Satatam Kirtiyanto Mam. He doesn't say, you chant your own name. Satatam Kirtiyanto Tvam. Satatam Kirtiyanto Tvam. Always chant your own name. Me, 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 me. And take kartals. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 right? Humko, humko. How do you say me? Humko? Me. Me, 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 me. I make special songs about it. No, he says, chant my name. Bhagavan speaking. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Okay, you like it? I'm trying to love you, I'm trying to please you, I'm trying to serve you. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Why do we say Jai Jai Shri Radhe? Because Krishna likes it. Krishna likes to hear Radharani's name. So everything we're doing, this is our expression of love. Now Yashoda, she's expressing her love. She's trying to tie up this little boy, this Nandalal. He made a big mess and broke her pot. So she's expressing her love. And we're expressing her love. But there it's Leela, and for us it's sadhana. There it's pure, and for us it's mixed. Mishra Bhakti. But is that enough to tie up Krishna? Is our sadhana enough to tie up Krishna? No. Was Yashoda's attempt to tie up Krishna with her karya, her action, her pure loving expression, her shuddha bhav, nirmal prem of Braj, was that enough to tie up Krishna? No. That was only one finger. And still one more finger. The one more finger was Krishna Kripa. So Krishna was watching, oh, Mother Yashoda, she's trying so hard. She's perspiring, the flowers are falling from her hair is sticking out her forehead, on her head. There's beads of perspiration on her eyes, on her face, on her forehead, and she's heaving. And her dress is wet, and she's crying, oh, Mala, come. All right, Toro. Prem Sambandha. She allowed herself to be tied. So bhav caused by sadhana. This is the first division, Purva Vibhag, in chapter 3, the third Lahari, verse 7 through 8. Vaidhi raganuga marga bedana parikirtita dvivida kalabhavotra sadhana abhiniveshita. We said that what this meaning. Sudden abhinivation. Sudden abhiniveshana means intense absorption in sadhana, moment to moment, hour to hour, no time wasted. No time for prajalpa or sleeping, very controlled, steady. This represents, sadhana abhinivesh represents nishtita bhakti, that level. Anartha nivritti is not sadhana abhinivesh, it's not possible. There's too much anartha, too much distraction, too much laziness, too much tamagun, sleeping, I'm tired, this, that, sleeping, resting, everything. No, there's no shakti, bhakti shakti. Krishna shakti vinay tara pravartan. Kali kalera dharma krishnam sankirtan. Krishna shakti vinay nahi tara pravartan. Because without Krishna shakti, you can't even establish your own foothold in bhakti. What to speak of sankirtan. That shakti comes at the level of nishta, begins. Nishtita. When one is nishtita and bhakti, then he can begin, some power comes in him. Because some bhakti comes inside. What is bhakti? Bhakti is samvit and ladhini. This is mixture, ladhini shakti and samvit shakti. Samvit is Vasudeva Sri Krishna, and ladhini is Radharani. So what comes inside of you at the level of nishta? Some of the shakti of Radha and some of the shakti of Krishna. A portion of samvit and a portion of ladhini. And then it increases more and more. Then bhava is vishuddha sattva visheshatma. And then the pure expression of ladhini and samvit comes. The translation: bhava arising from absorption in sadhana will be discussed first. Bhava arising from sadhana has two types. Bhava arising from Vaidhi sadhana and bhava arising from raganuga sadhana. And Rupa Goswami is describing about bhav. And this is our sadhya, sadhana and sadhya, abhideya and prayojan. We want love. Who doesn't? Fulfillment, love, satisfaction, enjoyment. Enjoyment, we find the greatest enjoyment with a lover. The better the lover, the better the enjoyment. So Krishna is the greatest lover, and we are meant to love him. As a gopi, as a friend, as a mother, as a servant. And that's what sadhana bhakti is all about. Mahaprabhu came to give gopi bhav, gopika bhakti, radha dasyam. And that means we become so intimate with the greatest expression of love. Radha and Krishna's love is the greatest. So how to get there? Well, sadhana. So then there's two paths. The path of Vaidhi sadhana goes to bhava, the path of raganuga sadhana goes to bhava, and Rupa Goswami is explaining. Absorption in sadhana at the level of nishta produces some taste, ruchi, then asakti, then rati, or bhav for the Lord. So there's two types of sadhana, Vaidhi sadhana and raganuga sadhana, and they give rise to two types of bhav. Vaidhi sadhana means you're following the rules, you're chanting Shravanam, Kirtan, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam. Then there's Diksha, Guru Diksha, Adi Shikshanam. You're taking Diksha from Guru, you're serving and progressing through Anartha Nivritti, then Nishta, then Ruchi, then Bhav. So that Bhav takes us to Vaikuntha. It can only go there, to Vaikuntha. Because we're not connected with the residents of Vrindavan. Connecting with the residents of Vrindavan means Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, or some coward boys, or some resident of Vrindavan. Then we follow the Ragatmika Jana. Rag Atmika Jana. We follow the intense loving attachment of the eternal associates of Krishna and Vrindavan. Rag Atmika Jana. Those persons living in Golok, Rupa Goswami and Rupa Mandri. And then Raghunath Das Goswami, Rati Mandri, Tulsi Mandri. And Lalita, Swarup Damodar, Rai Ramananda, Vishaka. And then Subal Sridhama, Gauridas Pandit, etc. And we follow them, their moods, what is their bhav, what is their moods, what are their actions, what are their sevas, How do they pray? And then we develop that similar bhav. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyachit yanta kalevaram. As we develop the bhav, then we get the proper body. Just like, you go to school, you develop knowledge. Develop knowledge, like say someone's studying computers, very popular subject. Technology, studying, this, computers work like this, they work like that, all technology and computers. Then when you get out, you take that body of knowledge, then you use it. You land a job and you make some money and you work in that field. First you acquire knowledge, abilities, understanding, not so much bhav necessarily. But in the kingdom of Bhav, that's the kingdom of Maya, which is the kingdom of material energy. But in the kingdom of love, this is Prem Dham Vrindavan, this is the kingdom of love, the land of love. In the kingdom of love, we don't need technical skills, we don't need computer technology, or medicine, or all these things, but we need bhav, deha, siddha deha, bhav deha. We need bhav, we need prema. So this is a school of love. When Uddhava came to Vrindavan, he came to learn about love from the gopis. When Krishna was curious about Radharani's love, so he had to become Mahaprabhu. He took the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to learn about love. Who were the teachers of love? The Lita Sakhi. Who's the Lita Sakhi? Swarup Damodar and Vishaka, Ramananda Roy. They were teaching him. And this classroom was, Puri and the Gambhira. And he was a student of love, and then he experienced the Mahabhav. So the raganuga sadhana brings a particular type of bhav. What type of bhav? Braja bhav. Vaidhi sadhana, what type of bhav does it bring? Vaikuntha bhav. Aishwarya mahi bhav. And this bhav of the raganuga sadhana brings madhurya mahi, very sweet-filled, love-filled of the braja sweetness. You see it, even you can find some reflection of these two paths. If you live in Vrindavan, many of your young people, young devotees have grown up and are born here. And you travel, we travel. We travel around India. And when you go to South India, you enter Vaikuntha. I had 2 tours of South India in 1985 when I took sannyas. 1987, visited Sri Rangam and all the temples. And it's very beautiful, and it's very pure, and it's very powerful, and it's very devotional, and it's very strict, and it's Maryada, and so many festivals, and silver vimans. And you go to Udupi, and one Mahant, he serves there for 16 years as the Akkar, as in charge, the Swamiji. And then he collects money, offers a silver viman to carry out the deity for the Rath. Then the next one comes along and offers a gold viman, and then a diamond viman. So much Aishvarya. And it's beautiful. But then when you come back to, and that's like the path of Vaidhi sadhana, very strict rules, stuti, stotrams, and all nyas and mantra, and all kinds of mudras and everything. And before you do anik or Sri Sandhi Vandanam, pranayam, and anulom vilom, and so many things. Because we were studying it, and it's wonderful. But it feels stiff. I felt my heart was somewhat contracted, because I'm from Vrindavan, and I'm a Gaudiya Vaishnava. So, and I went everywhere, and Sri Vishnu and Lakshmi Narayan, and so many Shiva temples, and Sri Rangam, and everywhere we went. Shiv Kanchi, Vishnu Kanchi, and every place we went, you can imagine. Guru Vayor took part in these festivals on Ekadasi and Vaikuntha Ekadasi and this thing and that thing, elephants and so this is wonderful. It's awe-inspiring, and that's Vaikuntha, awe-inspiring, reverential devotion, dasya bhav, shantaras, dasya bhav. So then I came back to Vrindavan. Hey Maharaj, Radhe Radhe. Giraj Chapan Bhog, And there's no formality here. This is Rag Marg, this is Bhav Marg. And it's not that one is better or worse, it's just my heart is going this way and someone else's heart is going that way. Vaikuntha is a spiritual dimension, spiritual reality. Vishnu is God, Krishna is God, they're all aspects of the same divinity. But this is a very sweet line. So that's why we have Vaidhi sadhana, And it had to be strict. It's not a joke. Anyone, whether you follow, not that you follow your Gaudiya Vaishnava, follow Rag Sadhana, oh, okay, now you don't have to be clean, we don't have to do now. So maybe some things we have abandoned because we're so absorbed in the Rag. We're so absorbed in Leela Smaran and Nam Bhajan that we don't pay particular attention to these details. But still, either path, it's strict. It must be Nishtita. Otherwise, there's Nishfal, there's no success. Whether a Vaidhi path or raganuga path. The same progression is there. Nishta, Ruchi, Asakti. Ruchi and then Nishta, Ruchi, Asakti. Attachment and Bhava, then Prem. Vishnu Prem, Ram Prem, or Krishna Prem, Radha Prem. The same line. Like yoga is yoga. Yama Niyama Asana. Yama Niyama Asana, and then Pratyahara, Dharana, and then Dhyanam and Drivana Smriti Samadhi. Whether you're on Gyan Marg or Yoga Marg, or whether you're on Bhakti Marg, all these steps, the 8 steps of the Yoga ladder are there with a slightly different expression. We have Yama Niyama. But then when Lord Chaitanya is giving Shikshastra, he says Niyamata. He says Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatrapita Niyamata Smarane Nakala. Niyamata Smarane Nakala. Are? He's saying that Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis. Oh my Lord, your name is so powerful. Nija Sarva Shaktis. All your power is in your holy name. Smarane Nakala. You can remember any time. Niyam. There's no koi niyam. Don't forget about niyam. Clean, unclean, tilak, no tilak. Because if you read Puranas, it says, if you're studying Shastra and you don't have tilak on your forehead, then there's no fal. There's no benefit from reading Shastra. It's there. These are the fine points. You must have tilak. And because the whole chapter, there's a tilak mahatmyam and Gopi Chand mahatmyam in Padma Puran. The glories of Gopi Chand is certainly glorious in the Gopi Tala, in the Dwarka, outside Dwarka. So they're very fine points. But in this Bhakti Marg Gaudiya Vaishnava, tilak, no tilak, they don't even know. There's sometimes the sadhakas are so absorbed in the Nam Samadhi, Leela Samadhi, they enter the Leela, they stay for 3 days in the Leela, they don't know whether they ate or didn't eat or slept or didn't sleep, or chanted Anik or no Anik, or Sandhyam or no Vandanam or nothing. Mangalarti, go, where's it? There's no Mangalarti, Ari? There's Nam Bhajan, and there's Manasik Japa, and they're just doing Ashtakali Leela Smaran for 3 days. And then there's so much Leela Pravesh, so much absorbed Taratmika with the Leela of Radha and Krishna, that they come back with colors, they come back with gulal on their white dhoti, and they come back with gulal and colors. From the Leela, they went Leela into Leela Pravesh, even in Sadhaka Vesh. Such examples are there in the biographies of the Acharyas, Siddha Sants of Gaudiya Vaishnava. Then their disciples, Shishi, come in, Guruji, Hare? You know, it's colored, all rung and colors, all, what is this? So, this happens, somehow this is miraculous. But somehow Krishna, sometimes they bring back into this realm, they bring tangible examples of being right immersed in a Leela. Unbelievable, but these stories are there. So this verse, so without developing ruchi, then asakti, how will bhav rise? So we must go through these stages. Now this is text 9. Now he's talking about anugraha. This is a verse in Bhava arising from Vaidhi sadhana. So first, it's very systematic. Bhakti Rasamrta Sindhu is a science of devotion. It's a vigyan, bhakti vigyan. And so in this science, he's a very good teacher, Rupa Goswami. He was ordered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Bhakti Shastra Likana. You should go to Vrindavan and write Bhakti Shastra. Like this, Bhakti Rasamrta Sindhu. We say, okay, we can develop, our goal is prema. Prema Pumartha Mahan, Krishna Prema. This is our prayojan, our goal, our sadhya. Sadhana and sadhya. Now, how to get there? There's 2 paths, and he says, And now he says, well, how do you, now give me an example of going by Vaidhi sadhana, give me an example of going by, so that's what he's doing, step by step. He says, Chatranvaham Krishna Katha Pragayatam Anugrahin Ashrin Shinavan Manohara Tashadaya Me Nupadam Visrinvatam Priya Shivas Yanga Mam Adbhavad Rati. Bhava arising from Vaidhi sadhana. This is from the first canto of Bhagavatam, 5th canto, first canto, chapter 5, verse 26. This is Narada Muni speaking. Because he had a dialogue, he met Vyasadeva, Srila Vyasadeva. Who is Vyasadeva? Who's the guru of Vyasadeva? Narada Muni. So this is discussion between Guru and Shishya. O Vyasadeva, in associating with those great saints during Chaturmasya, and by the mercy of those great Vedantas, anugraha means mercy, I could hear them describe Krishna's activities. Shinavam Manohara. So I heard about Krishna, and Manohara, they attracted my mind. I became very attracted. These became very attracted, and thus listening attentively, asakti appeared for the Lord. So it's very interesting. In this verse, Narada, the guru, is revealing to his disciple Vyasadeva, this is what happened. For 4 months I humbly and dutifully served these great Vedantas. They were Bhakti Vedantas. They weren't just Jnani Vedantas. They were Bhakti Vedantas. And he served them, and then as a result of hearing from them, he attained ruchi, taste, because it's a power. Shrimatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shabana Kirtana Hridayanta Ekstoya Bhadrani Virunati Sritsutam. So his heart became purified, became so purified by hearing that katha that he attained ruchi. He came to the platform of Anartha-nivritti Nishta Ruchi. And then it says, as I listened attentively, gradually from that hearing process, serving the great devotees, hearing Harikatha from them, then I came to the platform of asakti, intense attachment. After asakti is bhava, because of their favor. So the mercy or anugraha means that the devotees, what does it mean this word is in the verse? Jiva Goswami says, anugraha means the devotees gave permission to Narada to hear. So then with their permission, he heard. Vishnu Chakravarti says, every day these great sages were reciting topics about Krishna. And by hearing these topics, I developed attachment for Krishna. The mercy or nugraha mentioned in this verse means that the devotees gave their permission to hear. He's saying the same thing. How do they say it? They said, listen, little boy, you should sit down and also listen to our talks about Krishna. Now he's a little boy. How old was Narada Muni at this time? He was 5 years old. Yet the process is so powerful that it worked for a 5-year-old child. Will it not work for us? If we can actually sit down with Bhakti Vedantas, which is not so easy, Sadurlavam, Sangha. If we can sit down with advanced devotees and hear them relishing and speaking Harikatha, then gradually, simply by that Shravanadhasha, by that hearing process, we will attain ruchi. That means our Nartha-nivritti is automatically there by hearing. Shrinvatam Swakata Krishna. That first is Shrinvatam Swakata Krishna, Punya Shavana Kirtana. Krishna cleanses the heart. Chaitodharvana Marjanam. Heart becomes cleansed. Hearing attentively. But how do we hear? That's how we hear. So then we wonder, well, I've been hearing so many classes for so many days. But I haven't developed ruchi. What to speak of anartha nivritti? I came into the classes full of lust, anger, and greed, and I left the classes full of lust, anger, and greed. So Krishna Katha, the discourses of Lord Krishna, his talks about both the majestic and beatific Aishvarya Mayi Leelas and Madhurya Mayi Leelas of Krishna. So this is the summary of how Narada Muni attained Bhava by Bhava Bhakti.